It was supposed to be the most exclusive music festival on earth. White sand beaches, luxury villas, gourmet chefs, and supermodels everywhere. Instead, it turned into a complete disaster: tents, cheese sandwiches, and chaos. But the real question is, how did so many people fall for it? The answer lies in one word: marketing. Fyre Festival wasn't a music event, it was a masterclass in manufactured illusion. Billy McFarland and Ja Rule didn't sell a product, they sold a dream. And in 2017, dreams were more valuable than truth. Fyre's rise began with an Instagram post: orange squares across influencer feeds. Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, Emily Ratajkowski, they all posted it. No explanation, no context, just mystery. And that mystery triggered the most powerful force in modern marketing. And when your campaign is fueled by desire, logic doesn't stand a chance. The promo video was pure fantasy: models, yachts, flames, waves, and beats. But none of it was real. Not the villas, not the food, not even the lineup. It was a visual lie, carefully edited to perfection. And it worked. Thousands paid thousands for a ticket to the illusion. The target wasn't music lovers, it was the Instagram generation. People didn't want to go for the music, they wanted to go for the content. They wanted photos, prestige, status, bragging rights. Fyre didn't need a lineup, it had a vibe, and vibes sell better than facts. Billy McFarland understood modern branding, aesthetics over authenticity. He didn't build a festival, he built a digital fantasy and charged admission, and influencers amplified it like wildfire. Each one validated the fantasy just by clicking post, but no one asked for receipts. No one checked if the infrastructure existed. They believed because belief was profitable. Influencers got paid, media got clicks, and consumers got duped. It was the perfect echo chamber of hype, and the deeper the hype, the harder it became to ask questions. Fyre sold status, and no one wanted to admit they bought smoke. Even when cracks appeared, delays, vague emails, missing info, people stayed quiet. They trusted the branding more than the facts. Because branding creates emotional attachment, and emotional buyers ignore red flags. The Fyre app, the island, the private planes, all smoke and mirrors. Even the name Fyre was chosen to feel hot, exclusive, edgy. But behind the branding was a team with no event experience, no logistics, no planning, no backups, just ambition and Photoshop. The marketing team painted a Picasso and the operations team had crayons. As the festival date approached, panic set in, but by then, it was too late. Planes were full. Attendees arrived and found chaos instead of comfort. Disaster tents, soaked mattresses, and no food. The dream collapsed in real time, and Instagram caught every second. Fyre Festival became a global embarrassment, but it also became the perfect case study in blind trust. Because people weren't buying Fyre, they were buying influence. And influence can bend reality. This wasn't a scam built on legit, it was a scam built on belief. And that belief was fueled by social proof. If Kendall posted it, it must be real. Right, but influence without accountability is a loaded weapon. Billy McFarland didn't just fake a festival, he faked credibility. With sleek videos, celebrity endorsements, and luxury promises. He used aesthetics as armor, and that armor worked until it didn't. The aftermath was brutal: lawsuits, arrests, documentaries. McFarland was sentenced to 6 years in prison, but even after the crash, people kept watching. Why? Because Fyre Festival wasn't just a failure, it was a mirror. It reflected how easily we fall for digital illusions, how willing we are to trade reality for fantasy, and how influencers replace information in deceit. The Fyre saga is a cautionary tale, but also a wake-up call. In the age of algorithms, perception is currency. And if you can control perception, you can sell anything. Fyre Festival proved that branding is more powerful than truth, and that followers can be led anywhere, even into disaster. It showed us the dark side of influencer marketing and the importance of due diligence in the age of digital hype. Because when everyone's selling a dream, you better ask for proof. Fyre didn't fail because of bad luck. It failed because it was built on nothing. No plan, no team, no structure, just good lighting and better lies. And yet, it worked long enough to steal millions. That's the power of curated fantasy and the danger of confusing exposure with trust. Today, we scrolled through dozens of similar campaigns daily, filtered, edited, perfectly timed, and algorithm approved. And Fyre Festival reminds us, not everything that glitters is real. In fact, sometimes the brightest lights come from a dumpster fire, and in that fire, Fyre Festival burned its way into marketing history, not for its music but for its manipulation, and for teaching the world one brutal lesson: never confuse influence with integrity.